think it's not only journalists, people who are in positions that deal with other people in society. And we know that our society is structured such that there are people who are wealthier than others, and there are people who are doing much better than others, and we have to interact with them in line of duty. So I think one way of dealing with this situation is, again, preparation. When you have these young journalists that you're taking on board, having conversations around the fact that this is a job. This is a job you're doing. And this job will involve you interacting with people in all social strata. And you should try and separate your total identity from your job. Your job should not define who you are as a person. So when you're going to work, you should go to work and say, I'm going to interview so-and-so as my job. And when you interview them, you know I'm doing my job. You do your job well. When you're done, you file your story and you finish, you go back to your life as an individual. So one of the problems is tying your entire identity into your job. And this is common, I think, with the journalists who do the more front-facing work, like the reporters, news anchors, and so on. The pressure to look a certain way, to feel a certain way, is huge. It is important to have these discussions before somebody gets there, so that they know that what I am doing is an important job. It's something that must be done by someone. I am the one who is doing it now, but that doesn't define who I am. And I don't have to be tied up into an identity that involves that job. So it is very important. I know that for those of us in mental health, we actually do get preparation to think about the client and to think about ourselves, and not to tie our own identity into the relationship we have with the client. So it remains a therapeutic relationship. I think you need something similar in media, where you have a journalistic relationship with your sources that then doesn't entangle with your own identity as an individual. So maybe that is something that you as editors and media trainers, we can start discussing, maybe building that into your training, into your codes of ethics and so on, so that a person knows that I am not necessarily going to be the same as the sources that I am interviewing.
Thank you, Prof, for those insights. So let's talk about